Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Press Talk Sports live on the road here in Oakley at Freedom Football Camp. I am joined by second-year head coach. I believe it's hard to believe it's been a year, 1 year already.
No, it flew by.
With second-year head coach Steven Rodriguez.
Yes.
Thank you, first off, for welcoming us.
Yeah, of course.
How's camp been going so far for you?
Camp's been going amazing. I mean, we have a great group of kids. I would say definitely culture is set, and it feels really good. The kids are out here dedicated. They're ready to work. They're ready to go. They're dressed correctly. We did Falcon Jacks right on the first try, which is amazing. But little things like that, and we're really focusing on the little things, translating to football this year, but it's been going great.
A lot of last year was rebuilding the foundation. You talk about the kids being dressed properly for practice. Yes. That was kind of a thing. Talk about just the challenge of like rebuilding that part of it. Because I think a lot of people, on the outside, you'll see the record 1-9, the win against Deer Valley being the win.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that in a second. But the idea of really, not even from like the basement up, kind of rebuilding everything. Talk about that challenge and taking that part on last year, just kind of focusing on that part alone.
I would say the word for me was just patience. I mean, I would say I had a lot of people in my ear talking about let's get it done, let's get it translate to football, but I had to understand that the patience was the most important thing. It's hard to translate to football. It's hard to rebuild something. And so from the foundation up, it was about really laying a foundation and not creeping beyond that and making sure that was solidified. Moving forward now, I mean, we have a foundation. We started to lay bricks for our house, and we're doing very, very good. But patience is that word of just maintaining that patience throughout with me, with our players, our coaching staff, and just understanding that we are going to have chatter around saying, hey, freedom's back, but we're back when we're ready to be back. And so that patience is that word.
What is your takeaway from last year? When you think about how everything kind of went, rebuilding the foundation, really focusing on that, the record kind of, it was a bit of a struggle, I think maybe more than you might have expected. What is a takeaway from last year that you're the lesson that you're taking into this season?
I would say as far as on my end specifically, I had a learning experience last year. It was something that I had to come to grips with a lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts as a head coach and running a new program, like you said, from the foundation. And so it was really just kind of taking my steps. This year coming around, I'm a little bit more organized. Us coaches, I hired a few more coaches on the coaching staff, whether that was at our level, JV, and then also I hired a great freshman coaching staff. And we've all been kind of self-sufficient through our meetings and through our understandings. And big thing I took away is cohesive program. We're able to do that now. Now we know the kids, we know the clientele, culture is set. So really taking it away is us being cohesive program through the coaches, the kids understanding the rules throughout. But pretty much that's it.
The biggest thing, I think, any new coach, I went talking to Coach Malou at Deer Valley, he's a first-year head coach, talking to Coach Weisinger at Heaven, he's a first-year head coach.
I know.
Everyone I've talked to, they've said the biggest thing they did not expect was just all the off-the-field stuff, paperwork and all of that stuff. What, having now coming off of that, what would your advice be to a first-year head coach having gone through that yourself?
Don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate anything. There is a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. Find your spreadsheets, organize. Make sure you take the extra time to organize those things. I know for me, coming from O'Hara Park, where I was the athletic director, it did help me give a baseline to paperwork behind the scenes and running multiple sports. So that really helped me out a lot. But really sinking in and making sure that you take the extra time to organize your thoughts. Don't procrastinate. Don't put things off. Hit it right away. Be transparent too. I would say the number one thing with taking over a program is the parents don't know you. The kids don't know you. Being transparent in everything, why you do it, how you do it, when you do it, is the number one thing that really helped me.
1-9 last year, not to harp so much on the record, but getting that win coming against Deer Valley in the finale to end on a high note like that, especially considering the year before it was kind of a shootout here.
Yeah.
To get that win and to go into the offseason with that win, how big was that for you guys?
Oh man, it was big. I mean, that was my first win as a coach, so it was amazing. But as far as for us in our program, it creates trust. I think that if we didn't win that game, it would have been a tough thing to trust us coaches in that patience and that mindset. But I think with that last win, and we really had a good showing offense and defense, it really helped the program, the school, the kids end up trusting and knowing, hey, we are on the right track and we're doing something right. But I mean, it couldn't have been sweeter. If you're going to win any game and only win one, the last one's the best one.
You got a lot of returners on this team from that team last year. How much would you say that one kind of built their confidence kind of going into 25?
So like I said, last year was about culture setting. A lot of the kids, it was just a shock to hey, being accountable for yourself, getting in the weight room every day, being here every day. And so with the returners coming back, they already have confidence that they know they can follow the rules. And that's huge. If the rules seem insurmountable, it's going to be really hard to come out. But I think now that these kids are coming out and they realize, hey, I can follow the rules and I can buy in. And the more I buy in, and I preach this a lot, you come out here for fun. And the more buy-in and focus we have, the more fun we're going to have. The less we won't have fun in the games.
Right.
So I think with them coming back, they have a lot of different, they now know the system, they understand what the culture is. So they don't have to think about coming to practice, they don't have to think about the off the field stuff. It's just right out here focusing on football.
When you return as your quarterback to Kai Edwards, I have to ask, a very different quarterback compared to Miles Hunt the last couple of years. Talk about what Takai's kind of bringing to the table his senior year now, being a lot older, a lot more experienced, you know, what he's been like in camp so far.
Well, I've seen his confidence grow immensely, not only in the run game, but also in the pass game, making quick decisions, understanding the value of fundamentals at quarterback. If you don't have the fundamentals, throwing off your back foot or leaning back and doing those things, he's kind of slowly getting to understand those things. I think it will take another 3 weeks to really gain that confidence. Once we put on pads, of course, things change.
Right.
You have people like bullets running at you, but he's done a lot better. I think we're going to be able to be very dynamic on in our offensive scheme this year with him in there, and he works his butt off, and the kids look up to him.
That's what I asked. Just that sense of explosion in the offense playbook, having a quarterback that can do literally almost everything. How big is that for you, and just being able to open everything up now?
It's awesome. I mean, for us, for me and my mindset, I love it, right? It's like amazing, but for the kids, we try to keep it as simple as possible, right? We're still laying those small bricks, taking quality bricks, taking our foundation, but I mean, yeah, the potential of what we can do is great. I love it. I love that we can be a little more dynamic while being also simple and running our same stuff.
And then on the side of that, having Wyatt come back for his third year?
Yes.
Yeah, for his third year. I mean, really one of your big-time defensive players for sure. Like, just talk about his kind of growth and him going through his senior year.
Well, I mean, last year was a learning year for him. I mean, it was one of his first years playing middle linebacker. So he learned a lot about himself. He moved into wrestling too right after the season, where he had a great season in wrestling, and it really helped him with his footwork, leverage, body control. So coming around to this year, I've seen him step up as a leader, not only on the field, knowing what to do, being aggressive, but also with his peers, motivating and getting them going. But he's invaluable in our defense, and he's going to play a good role in offense as well.
Last year was building the foundation, and now you have the experienced guys and everything. What is the goal for this year? Is it, okay, now we have everything kind of laid out, you had that learning year, so to say. Is it, okay, now we got to start putting results? Is that something kind of, not exactly overemphasize, but you kind of start telling the kids we got to start kind of doing things?
Preaching competitive games is a thing now. Yeah, last year it was a little bit in limbo about that. I didn't want to put too much of an expectation on them when they weren't ready for it. I don't believe in giving expectations to players if they're not ready for it. So this year, yes, we piped up a little bit about the competition. We've talked a little bit more about what it takes to win. And I just see the kids blossoming. They're ready to go. We can now be competitive. We can put something on the field. Offense, we will move the ball. Defense are going to be in the right spots. Of course, we got to tackle, but they've come a long ways in those things.
In your opinion, the biggest difference between this year's team and last year's team? What would you say from what you've seen so far from this year's team through camp?
I would say this year.
It's a hard-hitting question.
No, this is a deep one just because there's a lot that goes into it. But I would say the biggest difference from last year is humbleness and absence of ego. These kids are out here for each other. They're out here for us. They respect us as coaches. They respect their players as teammates. And I see a long ways in that. I mean, just coming out to practice and seeing the willingness in their hearts and their eyes, it makes a big difference. And when you're in the ultimate team sport, if you don't have willingness to do your job for the teammate next to you and trust, you're not going to be successful. So I would say the biggest difference is willing to buy in, willing to understand, willing to focus, and that's kind of where we step to, and we'll see the results.
I always ask every coach going into the season. I mean, there's like, for me, like when camp starts, it's like life makes sense again. You know, you've waited from November all the way through now. You kind of waited to kind of get back after it. So I mean, the off-season program obviously, really camp is really the warm up. How excited are you for the scrimmage and kickoff?
Oh my gosh!
End of August.
I'm trying to temper my expectations, but no, I'm excited. It's another year. I feel more confident in myself. Our coaches feel more confident in our stuff. As far as varsity, JV does as well, and freshman's coming along. But I'm beyond excited. Always the second round, you feel better. You're allowed to focus on different things because you got some other things organized. And I mean, I cannot wait. We're going to College Park for our first scrimmage, so it's going to be amazing. We have 3 good teams that we're going to be playing, and then kickoff. I mean, shoot, I've already started scouting, so I can't wait to get going and use these kids.
What is the biggest difference with you personally going into this season? when you think about like how you were last year, you know, you kind of keeping expectations low. You, in ways, like I remember talking to you at 7 points, you're kind of learning on a job and kind of seeing how everything works.
Yeah.
But what would you say is the biggest? Is the experience now just the biggest difference with you going to year 2 of this?
Yeah, I mean, I go back and watch film from the beginning of the year, and I just laugh at myself already. Yeah, but no, it's just like, and it's just a learning experience. I think I feel like I have a lot more confidence in myself, confidence in our puzzle pieces on offense. Our defense is getting ran well. I take a step back because we hired a few more coaches, so they're taking that over. That's been great. But I would say for me, my confidence in just running good practices, quality, functionality has taken a step up, and now I kind of understand a little bit more about scheme and going forward. So.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. This is great.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with senior. Now, I feel old when I see seniors, and I've watched you guys play when you were like juniors and such. We're here with senior Takai Edwards. Hi. Hi. First off, welcome to your senior year. Welcome to QB1 job. How's camping for you so far?
It's been good. You know what I'm saying? Progressing as we go, learning the plays, getting better, and knowing my team, getting to know my team.
What's been the biggest difference for you last year to this year? I know last year you kind of missed a couple games. This year, it's like really you're the guy, right?
Yeah.
What's been the biggest difference and biggest growth you've seen on your end personally?
The growth, I've seen me being more of a leader since last year, and being a better example for my players.
Last year was kind of rough. You guys, the record kind of speaks for itself, 1-9, but that last win against Deer Valley to end the season on a high note, how big was that for you guys going into this year?
I think it was good. It was a good start for our next year's team, and I think it made us think and help us work harder so we could get more wins.
What is the lesson you take from last year going into this season? This is a more experienced team compared to last year. Last year was a very young team, you know, a couple from the previous eras before, but what is the big takeaway last year to this year for you guys?
I think it would be not playing around as much and taking everything seriously.
What's the confidence level for you guys right now? As camp goes on, you guys have that win 10 last year, you know, camp seems like it's gone pretty smooth so far. What is the confidence level like, especially going to College Park in a couple weeks?
I think pretty high, but not that high, because like we still got a couple people that just now playing football. So yeah.
What for you personally? I know this program's still in the rebuild, but what are the goals for you guys this year?
To put everything out on the field, work harder, and have a better mindset.
Perfect. Takai, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.